I'm Mari Cartel, Lifescript.com, and this is your Hollywood Health Report. And look who I have here. It's Arianna Huffington. And I'm so happy you're joining us today, but you're going to teach us how to thrive in a gadget-filled world, right?
Exactly. How basically to learn to disconnect from our devices, reconnect with ourselves, renew ourselves, and be more effective at everything we want to do.
You are a woman who seems to be endless in your energy, but yet you did have a crisis situation in which you had to kind of come to terms with it. So tell us a little bit about that and what it was like for you afterwards.
Well, it was a wake-up call. It was really 7 years ago, and it's the beginning of my new book, Thrive, because I wanted to start with what was the cause for all the changes in my life. And the cause was this wake-up call, my collapsing from burnout, exhaustion, sleep deprivation, ending up breaking my cheekbone on the way down, getting 4 stitches on my right eye, and beginning to ask myself a lot of the questions that we stop asking after college, like what is a good life, what is success? And I looked around and I saw how many millions of other women and men are burnt out, have basically bought into the world's definition of success in terms of the 2 metrics of money and power. And what I say in Thrive is that we need to integrate the 3rd metric of success, which is like the 3rd leg of the stool. Otherwise, we're sitting on this rickety 2-legged stool. And the 3rd metric consists of these 4 pillars: our well-being, our wisdom, our capacity to wonder, and our capacity for giving.
When I think about what you've built with the Huffington Post, I think about your life being on a roller coaster. I can't imagine how you were able to put on the brakes, especially in its infancy like that.
My first habit, my first step was sleep. I went from 4 to 5 hours sleep to 7 to 8 hours sleep. And that was truly transformational. And now the science is conclusive that we are actually affecting our health, our mental clarity, our capacity for wise decisions through sleep deprivation. I even quote Bill Clinton in my book, who said that the most important mistakes I made in my life I made when I was tired. He did not specify what mistakes, but the bottom line is that we all can identify with that.
Looking back on it now, were there areas where you could see you could have done better if you'd have had more sleep?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that, you know, every time I overreacted to things happening, every time I was unnecessarily anxious or worried, every time I hired the wrong person, ignored a red flag, I feel these are all avoidable mistakes. And now I know that, I mean, the growth of the Huffington Post, everything we've done has accelerated because I feel I've been a better leader, a better listener, and all the things that are necessary to actually have both a life that involves thriving and a business that thrives.
Women have this incredible habit of believing that they can conquer the world, that they are to solve all the problems. And how do we get that message out there that you have to take time for yourself because we're conditioned for it?
You're absolutely right. I think we are living under a collective delusion that burnout is the only way to succeed. And we need new role models. And I talk a lot about the new role models. You know, one of my favorite is the Chief Technology Officer of Cisco. She runs tens of thousands of engineers, and she talks about getting 8 hours sleep, meditating, she writes haikus, she paints, and every Saturday she does a digital detox. So I think the more we promote new role models, the easier it will be for us to abandon this delusion that we need to burn out in order to succeed, and to actually remember what they tell us on airplanes, which is put your own oxygen mask first.
You've always been very honest about your life, and yet we're seeing examples of, you know, poor Hillary Clinton trying to keep her life private, and now her health is coming up. Was there a point for you when you thought, maybe I shouldn't be so open and honest? Maybe I shouldn't expose myself this much?
No, I think it's harder if you're in politics, because there are people running against you who want to exploit everything. When Hillary Clinton left the State Department, she said that the one thing she wanted more than anything is to be untired. So looking at how politicians manage their lives, how do they renew themselves, is also important in terms of the decisions they make. And also, if they prioritize the second metric of power, they often are not going to cast the tough votes that they think may put their own re-election in jeopardy.
Interesting. Well, you can send her a copy of your book, and she can learn how to thrive and get that rest. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking time out with me today. I really enjoyed this. I'm a big fan of yours, and this has been a real treat for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Lovely to be with you.
This has been your Hollywood Health Report from Lifescript.com. I'm Mari Cartel.